Welcome back. eSIM Studios podcast live stream episode 103 on this Memorial Day Monday, May 27th, 2024. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Today we are live streaming a little earlier than we typically do. But that's all right? It's a holiday. I know everybody's got stuff going on. Plus, people are on the road. I want everybody to be safe. I know we've had some really nasty storms here. These tornadoes are crazy. However, I do know, looked at the radar earlier, most storms cleared out. So you should have a decent drive back to wherever you're going. I've also heard that this weekend, this Memorial holiday, we're going to have the largest number of travelers in U.S. history this weekend. I think it's up to 44, almost 45 million people traveling, I think at least 30 miles to their destination, something like that. Incredible number. So I want everybody to be safe. And look, you could listen to this on YouTube if you're traveling in the airport. If you are in the car, sit back and enjoy some tech news. And look, if you join us in the middle of the live stream, if you join us at the very end, or shoot, if you even miss it, no worries. Have no fear, because you can always hit the playback, and you can always hit us up on any podcast platform. Apple Podcasts, the wonderful app Pocket Casts, iHeart Music Radio, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all that good stuff. Anywhere you get your podcasts, simply search eSIM Studios, and we will pop up. We are certified by the podcast. Shame on me, because I don't even know what the proper term is, but we are certified. I know that. Now, cool thing. Let me turn this down. Cool thing about the replay. So what I'm doing, if you do miss it, you know how there was like a 5-minute intro here with like a video that I made. Well, when this is done, when this live stream is done, I basically edit out that little 5-minute intro, and then I'll re-upload it as a video. So if you want to catch this live stream and jump right into it, you don't have to wait through the intro. I'm going to do that for you as soon as this is done. So I'll edit that out for y'all, just for the live stream. So, excuse me. So how's everybody doing today? Daniel, thank you very much, sir. Always appreciate you joining us. You know a lot about tech, so we need more people like you to join us. So thank you. Yeah, next week, if you want to join me on one of these live streams, I think I'm gonna put out. I think starting next week, as I mentioned earlier, I'll put the link out there. And if you want to join and talk one of these topics, please be my guest. Again, you don't have to show your face. You can click on the link and select either show your avatar or activate your camera. So I know it's weird, because I was that way when I first started. I was like, man, I don't want to show my face on the internet, this and that. And now it's whatever. So maybe next week we'll start doing that. So and once we get closer to these launches, I will also like to have like a panel of people that know what they're talking about, right? And pick your brain. What do you think? What's up? What are you thinking about this release? How do you think it's going to do sales-wise? How's it going to do in the history? Because look, when we go back, some of these devices we don't forget, like the next, or at least I don't, right? So I have some personal favorites. I'm sure y'all have personal favorites. Some phones, even though they do get hyped up by the company before launch, can get lost in the sauce for years to come, right? So let's say the Pixel 7, right? 7 Pro. How will you remember it, right? Will it, in 5 years from now, are you going to be like, damn, that was a badass phone? Or you just kind of forget about it? Kind of like the Pixel 5, right? Nobody remembers the Pixel 5. It was kind of a mulligan year, right, for Pixel, or for Google. Not that good of a I don't know, take it for what you will. It was a mid-range device at flagship price. So, anyways, but we'll get into that. So yeah, maybe next week I'll open up the panel, and then when we get closer to these launches, I'll also open up the panel. We can kind of discuss all this stuff. So let's see here. I did have one story yesterday on iPhone, and ironically enough, it looks like we only have one. We have another iPhone leak that we'll get into, but maybe today's a good day to talk about Apple's roadmap and their future, because they're at a very critical, pivotal point. Maybe I'm overhyping it, right? Maybe it's not that critical. Maybe they'll just continue to sell iPhones and iPhones and iPhones every single year. Now, their numbers are going to fluctuate, right? But I think long-term, they need to do something. And now, I know we don't get into stocks. I know we don't get into the stock market. I know we don't get into the business side, a little bit, of these tech companies. But have y'all been looking at NVIDIA stock? I've been eyeballing NVIDIA stock ever since last week when they had their quarterly numbers release and quarterly phone call to the press. NVIDIA is smashing records moving forward. Now, what does that have to do with eSIM Studios? What does this have to do with technology? Well, it appears, and I'm honestly thinking about buying some stock, and I know it's like Bitcoin. You better do it now before it blows up, because it's in the middle of blowing up right now. So how NVIDIA and this NVIDIA stock, and we'll get into the iPhone news, just give me a second, because you might want to look into this. Just giving you a heads up, not saying you need to jump in and you need to buy this stock. I'm just saying this might be one of the rare opportunities. Might be. Again, you might lose all your money. Shit, I don't know. But I believe, I think when this is done, I'm gonna look into getting some. So moving forward, AI, tons of AI, right? Almost to the point where you just, please stop. No more AI. So NVIDIA has a new. So okay, I don't want to misspeak, but basically, NVIDIA is going to power all of these AI models moving forward. Basically, they have the hot new technology, and they basically don't have any competition. And that's why their revenue, quarterly revenue, is just exploded. $28 billion quarterly revenue. They have this new. Hang on, let's see. I don't want to misspeak, but let me pull this up. It is a little slow news day, but I did want to mention this the other day because I've been eyeballing NVIDIA stock since last week, and I don't know how many of my subscribers and or viewers are into stocks and stuff like that, and or crypto. I've made a decent amount of money on crypto, on Bitcoin, on its first bull run, probably 2 years ago, and I got out of it right before it nosedived. I was very lucky. But let's look at this NVIDIA. Check this out. Look at this shit. Oh Lord, it's every day keeps on going up. And I'm like, damn, I think I need to buy in. Look at this stuff. Insane. So look at this. NVIDIA stock, right? So we have, and this is one day in the last 24 hours. They have the projections in gray. The green is what's just happened. Now look at this. As we go back 5 days, look at this. 947 just a couple days ago. Boom. And it's shot up. It's up $126 a share, up 13%. Look at this. 1 month. Are you paying attention? It's up $187 a share, 21%. 6 months, 120%, up $582. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. I know today's a little earlier than usual, but that's all good. I was just giving you a heads up. If you, I don't know who does stock buying, or look, I'll be honest, I typically don't buy stocks. It's like for the old fogies, right? Because I love to flip crypto and get into that because it's very fast, it's very fast paced, it's very fast moving. Stocks crawl like a snail. But every now and then I'll eyeball a stock. Maybe I should throw in some money. Now look, this is what it is per share. Interesting news. Here on June the 6th, so here in just about a week and a half, they're going to split their stock, right? So a 10-to-1 split. So if you're like, damn, that's expensive per share, well, here's what they're going to do. In a couple weeks, they're going to do a 10-to-1 stock split. So whatever this number is, divide it by 10, and that'll be the price per share, right? So you can buy one share for basically $1,000 right now, or you could buy 10 shares in a couple weeks for $1,000. See what I'm saying? But just keep your eye on this. If you, again, stocks, bonds, I don't know, retirement, Nvidia, I was doing a whole bunch of research on them last Friday, before or after the live stream on Friday, I can't remember. They don't have any competition moving forward. Yeah, you can buy fractions too. That's right. Yeah, I think there's a number of brokerage places where you can buy fractions. They don't have any competition. Look, AMD claims they have something. They don't. I mean, it's better than Intel. Intel doesn't have anything for AI moving forward. The only real competition they have is AMD, and it's not even considered competition. AMD stock, I'm telling you, it looks good right now. I believe, and I'm not giving you advice, right? I'm not giving you any advice, but my personal belief is that it's going to go way higher. In 5 years, this thing's going to be, it's going to look, in a week or two, it's going to split, do a 10-to-1 split, right? So instead of being $1,000 per share, it'll be $100 per share. Now, I think in 5 years, that $100 per share in 2 weeks could be back up to $1,000. Like you could easily make a lot of money, but you do it as you wish. I'm just passing on something to keep an eye on. So Nvidia's the stock; they're on the NASDAQ stock market. Just keep an eye on them. Look, and you can go down here. Look, here's all the news. Oh Lord, 10 years ago you would have been a millionaire. So you can look into it if you want to. Look, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but just if that interests you, I think I'm going to do something here probably in the next day or two. Maybe just buy a share, right? I think that's what I'm going to do. Just buy a share. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I basically got out of all the crypto already, so I made a decent amount and got out. I got lucky. Okay. Let me go to my Android news here and remove this. So again, we got more iPhone news, right? And it looks like we do have some news in regards to their operating system. They could include some more customization thanks to the EU. And we do have reviews now of some of the reviewers of the Poco F6 phone that we covered. Really, really good reviews. I've yet to buy one, but I've been looking around, and I think we'll have a couple new devices here on the horizon pretty soon. Let me see here. Let me exit this. Let me pull this up. And I can't not have any Android news today, so we'll find something to look at. Okay. iPhone 16. Check this out. So we do know, sorry, I had to take myself off. So we do know that the iPhone 16 models are going to change size. Well, yeah, change sizes, right? The Pro Max is going to be a ginormous device. It's going to be bigger, heavier than the S24 Ultra, right? Which Daniel has expressed that's way too big, and I have too. I can't even use my S24 Ultra with one hand as is. And if an iPhone 16 Pro Max is going to be bigger, here's the thing: there's a lot of women too. Now I know the smaller one, the Pro model, is more popular with the women demographics, right? But I've seen out and about tons of women, young, old, middle-aged, that have the Pro Max. And I think they're not going to realize, here's what's going to happen. They're going to order it because it's the Pro Max, right? They're not going to realize that, and Apple will probably say, oh, we've increased the screen size, this, and that. And I think it's just going to fly over people's heads. Even some men, right? People just got to have the Pro Max, right? So they're going to order it. They're going to get it in. And they're going to realize, and plus, look, a lot of the iPhone users throw those big cases on it. Check it out. That's the other thing. I can't use this S24 barely with one hand without a case on it, right? So if you add a case, it adds width, it adds height, it adds bulk. How are you going to use this iPhone 16 Pro Max with a case on it, right? Let alone naked, right, with no case. How the hell are you going to use it with a case on it? So I think it's going to bother a lot of people, right? They're going to sell millions and millions of these. So you will see some returns. But here's the thing. I think Apple knows this, and that's why they've increased the screen size of the smaller Pro. iPhone 16 Pro is going to jump up from a 6.1-inch display to a 6.3-inch display. And I think that's the whole reason why they did that, because the people that want a big phone are going to realize, holy shit, this thing is huge. It's a brick in my hand. I can't use it with one hand. So they're going to say, damn, I got to go back to the small one, to the smaller Pro. But that's why Apple increased it. They're going to say, well, they did make it bigger, so yeah, I guess I'll go to that. So I think they're going to sell a ton of these regardless, right? But here you get to see iPhone 15 Pro on the left, 6.1-inch display. And then here's a new picture of the iPhone 16 Pro with a 6.3-inch display. And here's a funny thing about sizes, right? So I purchased a Pixel 8 on Friday, and it hasn't gotten here. It's going to get here on Wednesday. But I got cases in, right? The case is so small. I got the case in and I was like, holy shit, this is a small phone. And that's the other thing. My daughter has a Pixel 7 with a 6.3-inch display, right? And I'm going to upgrade her to a Pixel 9 or a Pixel 9 Pro. Now, Pixel 9 and Pixel 9 Pro have a 6.1-inch display. The Pixel 8 that we got, that I purchased, that I've gotten some cases in, is a small phone. That's a 6.1-inch display. So I don't even think my daughter would. There's a big, she can tell a difference between a 6.3-inch display, or is it 6.3 or 6.4 on the Pixel 7? It's one of those, 6.3, 6.4. But going all the way down to a 6.1, it's a big difference. It is. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. You can always buy oh yeah, I already hit that. Pixels are getting 2 more manageable sizes. iPhones are getting too darn big. Yeah, they sure are. Do we have the dimensions of the new Fold? I think we do. I think I covered that, because now I'm seriously I think I'm gonna get the Pixel Fold, the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and I'm gonna get the Pro for my daughter, I believe. Anyways, they did change the dimensions, in my opinion, better dimensions than the OG Pixel Fold. But let's see here. We got more pictures? I believe so. Yep, 6.3 inch panel. iPhone 15 Pro, 6.1. So the 16 Pro is going to have slightly thinner bezels. So you can tell, so they're going to increase the screen size. It looks a shade taller, right? Like it looks like it's a notification bar taller up top on the screen. So what they're going to do is make the phone a slightly bigger, but also shrink the bezels, and that's how they squeeze that extra 0.2 inches out of the display. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. Okay, so 15 Pro on the left, 16 Pro on the right. That all black looks good, by the way. With the black borders. We got that one. There, that's where you can kind of tell the size, or excuse me, the height difference, right? It looks very minimal, but holding it in your hand when you use a device every single day for a year, for 6 months, you get used to it. You get used to the size, you get used to the weight, you get used to how to handle it, right? How to use it. This stuff makes it, you're going to be able to tell. At least iPhone users will. I think there's going to be a lot of people complaining this year, at least when it comes to the Pro Max. Is that action button the same? Can I make this bigger? There we go. Action button is the same. Wait, hold up. This iPhone 15 Pro has got to be an international model, because look, it's got a SIM card slot. The iPhone 15 Pros here in the US were eSIM only. Y'all see a SIM slot on that 16 Pro? They might, on this iPhone 16 series, they might do away with SIM card slots altogether. Meaning making the international models just like the US models. Because I don't see a SIM card slot there. Hang on, let me see if I can blow this up. All right, so it does look like it has a SIM slot. You can barely see. Can you see my cursor? No, you can't. You can barely see there's a black dot right above this Chinese writing on the black iPhone on the right. There's Chinese writing that goes across the top and the bottom. Look just above the bottom strip of the Chinese writing, and you can see a very, very faint black dot. I think that's the SIM card slot. So it appears they will offer SIM cards. But look at the buttons. The buttons are different. So if you look at the iPhone 15 on the left, it has the kind of flat buttons, right? And the buttons on the right on this new iPhone 16 Pro, they kind of look like traditional, like Android buttons, like they stick out a little bit, like they're curved, rounded, compared to the flat buttons on the left. Let me go to this other side here. Yeah, look at this button right here. Now you can see my cursor. Look at this button here compared to here. And then here's the 5G antenna. I don't know why they make this a different color. They should just make it all one color. But this one kind of sticks out too. It's the color of the back of the phone. Well, this 5G antenna is smaller, but I don't know why they have it colored blue. It does look nice, but and you can tell this not much has changed. And I guess we can get into that. Look, moving forward. So let's pull up Tim Cook retires, right? I always call him Tin Apple. Yeah, it says Cook is under no pressure to step down anytime soon, but he is. There's internal talks that he's going to retire here within a year or two, right? Here's a detailed succession plan. So they already are planning for this. And let me show you. Let me see if this pulls up the guy I'm talking about that's going to replace him. He's kind of a younger guy. More, where is he? He is, which guy is it? Is it this? These are all parts of their division, right? So one's part of their hardware, one's part of their software, one's part of their marketing and sales. I don't think it's that guy because it was a younger guy. Anyways, so moving forward, so how long can Apple continue year in and year out of them releasing iPhones where, look, very subtle differences. I mean, you have to zoom in and really examine this device. Essentially looks the same, right? Look, 98% the same. So technically they can say, well, it's not the same. We did this and we did that. Okay. But if you show an iPhone 16 Pro and an iPhone 15 Pro to a random person on the street, they're going to think it's the same phone, right? So how long can Apple release iPhones that look the same every year for the last, in fact, with the 16 and 16 Plus, they're rolling back the hand of times. They're going to make it look like an iPhone 10 or an X. How long can you go releasing these devices and it hurts you in sales, right? Now, everything looks to be going good for Apple, right? They sell, check this out. Holy shit. Apple sold 200. Y'all ready? Apple sold 231, almost 232 million iPhones last year. 232 million iPhones last year. So that's why you don't see much changing, because why fix something? What is the saying? Why fix something if it's not broken? It essentially correlates to Apple's position in the tech world, right? Absolutely staggering numbers. Now, at what point, and this is all up to Apple, the board members, CEO, their design team, at what point could we be selling more, essentially, if we had or released a newer model or released a new look, right? And that's something we don't know. Nobody knows, but that's their job, is to guess. I'm talking about Apple. Now, I think it's here pretty soon. I think if you're going on, so what? They've had this look since iPhone 11, right? Now, if you look at an 11 Pro Max, the back looks the same as far as the camera setup. Now, the cameras are pretty small. I looked at an 11 Pro Max yesterday, and I was like, wow, those cameras are really small. So every year, they've slowly increased that camera sensor on the back, but it's essentially the same design language, meaning minus a few changes here and there, essentially looks the same. So if you're going on, and then look, in this year, they're, like I said, bumping the base models back to the iPhone X. So if you're going on 6 years with the same look, I think that time is going to come up here in about, I don't know, a year or two, probably, because people are really, every single year it gets more and more. You hear the online chatter, or random people on a podcast, on a TV show, on a news outlet say, oh, Apple released the new iPhones today, and they joke after that saying, well, looks like last year's, well, why upgrade? I think that can and will hurt them here in the next few years, because they're going to be going the sixth year where it looks the same. Next year would be seventh year. Year after that, eighth year. And I don't believe it's a coincidence that Tim Cook said he's going to step down. And then now you hear the iPhone 17 Slim coming out. And the year after that, the iPhone Flip coming out. And they may even release it next year. And by that time, here in a year or two, they're going to have a new CEO. A more energetic, younger, quote-unquote, younger CEO. I think he's probably in his mid-50s. I can't find him. He wasn't on that picture with the other guys. But look, moving forward, at some point you have to change it up. You can't, 2042, you can't have the iPhone look the same. Like it's that time might be coming near. And look, Android, you go to the Android side, the competition. Android's got all the cool stuff, man. We got flips, we got folds, we got slim phones, we got all the cool stuff, right? So they have to do something, and you see that with the AI too. Kind of forced Google, all the other competitors forced their hand to do something with AI, right? So they signed a deal with OpenAI just recently to supply the iPhone with AI, and they're going to lean on Google a little bit for Gemini, it looks like, as a backup. So there, you see the competition kind of forcing their hand into doing something. And usually Apple called all the shots. So it's kind of weird to be in this place right now where not specifically Samsung, but I think Android foldables as a whole is pressuring Apple to put out some type of innovation. It's just flat out boring. Let's just face it. It's flat out boring. I like the design, but going on 6 years, something's got to change, right? Samsung, they've been on this design for a couple years, and they're gonna, on this upcoming series, S25 series, total redesign. So they're not afraid to, I just hope it's not ugly, but they're not afraid to go ahead and step out and do something different, right? So we've gone over the new 48 megapixel camera in the iPhone 16 series. They're going to have a bigger battery in the iPhone 16 series. We've gone over that. And it will be the last year for the Plus series, because Apple is going to eliminate the iPhone 17 Plus, and that's when they insert the iPhone 17 Slim, whatever you want to call it, right? So let's look. What the hell is this? Leaked iPhone 16 Pro, Pixel 9 Pro photos show Apple, Google need Huawei's camera tech. So let's see what's up with this camera tech. I have not heard of this. Interesting. Huawei. Yeah, they can't sell them here anymore. Let's see. Wow. Huawei is now the fastest growing phone maker in China. Interesting. So what are they doing with these cameras? Let's see here. Zoom tech. So what do we got here? So look. Oh shit. So that's the Pixel there in the middle. Leaked Pixel 9 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Photos show massive camera bumps. Has Huawei found the solution to this design challenge? So Huawei makes, I'm assuming what Huawei has come out with now is technology to basically make the camera bump significantly smaller, compact inside the phone, and such to where it won't protrude outside the phone too much. Because, as you know, I was explaining the iPhone 11 Pro Max I saw the other day, and I was thinking, damn, those cameras are small. And now when you look at the iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, cameras stick out really, really far. And when you lay it down, it makes it wobble, right? It kind of sucks. But look at this. So apparently Huawei's found some kind of cool... Now wait, this is the Huawei on the right. But see, their camera bump looks massive. So what are they talking about? Oh, that's a Xiaomi 14 Ultra on the right. My bad. So where's the Huawei? Huh. So this is the Pixel here. Look how big the Pixel has a big camera bump. But what I do like about it, it's symmetrically even across the back. So when you lay your phone down on a flat surface, it's not going to wobble. At least you got that. Because with all these other ones where the cameras are on the left side, it still wobbles like crazy. Oh wow, let's see what we got here. Huawei's retractable camera doesn't do anything to improve image quality, but it reduces the camera bump by at least 2 millimeters. Wow, so it's a retractable. So y'all remember the OnePlus 7 Pro? Big phone. Remember it had no front selfie camera. It had in the display, it had the one that raised up, that if you wanted to take a selfie, it would raise up out of the top of the phone. This Huawei design, similar into how it works mechanically, but it's on the back of the phone. So instead of it being the front sensor, this is on the back. So it goes in towards the phone, makes it look real slim when you're not using your camera. I'm sure once you open your camera app, it goes out. And the sensor essentially expands like an accordion, right? So when you compress it and you're not using the app, it goes in together. And then when you do want to use it, it goes out and gets ready to snap an image. That's really cool. So let's see. Wow, look at that difference. So this is the device laying a screen down, right, on a counter with the back facing up. And so, yeah, it's roughly 2 millimeters, which makes a big difference on these devices. You can see here on the top right, that's when the camera is extended, because you get that little red strip here. And then on the left, that's when it's compressed inside. That's a really nifty, neat idea. I wonder if they patented that. That's the other thing on that Slim, iPhone 17 Slim. What's the camera going to be like? Because if it's going to be razor thin, paper thin, obviously not literally paper thin, but it will feel like paper when holding it compared to other phones. It's supposed to be 4 millimeters thick. 4. So, I mean, pretty damn close. But what are the camera bumps going to be, right? Camera bumps are obviously going to be more than 4. That's the the phone thickness, not including the camera hump. Wow. Interesting. Let me pull this up. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. Plus, I wanted to know your opinion. If I'm looking to get a OnePlus 12, what would you get? The 12 or the 12R? Because the 12R with OnePlus, shit, I think their deal's in today. They have a Memorial Day sale going on where you can get, with a trade-in, right? With a trade-in, but I have an S22 here I film on. I could trade that in. With a trade-in, you can get a OnePlus 12 for $439. Pretty freaking cheap. But I think today's the last day. But the OnePlus 12R is a little cheaper, right? So I don't necessarily know. I know the processor is different. I know they use UFS storage 3.0 on the ARM, 4.0 on the regular OnePlus 12. But the cameras are different too, correct? Oh wow, you got the 12R for your kid? How's the photo quality? Because that was going to be my next question. Because I have no issues using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. That S9 Ultra tablet that I got on that deal, that has a 8 Gen 2, perfectly fine. So the processor is not my. I'm not really worried about that. It's mainly camera, but I think the 12R has last year's flagship cameras on board, and then with the new 12, they threw in some newer Hasselblad sensors. 12 is preferred for me due to wireless charging. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to decipher. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because I noticed the 12 is essentially same screen size as the Ultra, S24 Ultra, correct? And it's also curved too, right? The 12R is curved screen, and the 12 is, I guess technically it's still curved, but just ever so slightly, where it's almost flat. I'm trying to make my mind up because I'm probably gonna have to make a purchase here today. What color did you get? Did you get the blue one? So let's go to the .com. Okay, so they still have their deal. Let's see, you get $70 off and a guaranteed $100 off with any trade-in. Up to $400. The device that I had for trade-in, they were going to give me $260 off. So let's see. I don't need the six. We get this one, $6.99. Where'd you get yours from? Black 12 and blue 12R. Oh, so you got both. You got both the 12 and the 12R. Where'd you get it from? OnePlus or Best Buy? Because I think I'm gonna get me one today. No shit. They take broken phones for $100 credits too. Damn. What do I have here? I don't want to give up my S24 Plus or Ultra. I was thinking about, yeah, you got it from the website. I was thinking about, but they won't give me fair value for my Nothing Phone 2, because I got to get the Nothing Phone 3 when that comes out. I think I'll just trade in my S22, just the S22 that I record on every day. Let me see real quick. So $699 minus $260. They were going to give me $160 for the phone, and then add on an extra $100, right? So that makes $260. So I could get one of these for $439. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. I think it's too good to pass up, honestly. Let's see what the R is. That's too good to pass up. The R, $499, starting at $399. Oh yeah, with any trade-in. Wow. The blue. Did you get that? Yeah, you got the blue. So you got the big one. So I mean the big store. Well, yeah, I would have to. I can't use 8 gigs. So $529. Check this out. Where is it? There we go. And mine's the 256 gig. Oh yeah, others. Yes, yes. Yes. Oh, so they're still gonna give me 260. So it would be 529 minus 260. 200. I would only have to pay 269. Wow. Yeah, that's too good to pass up. I mean, honestly. Holy shit, I didn't realize that was. So which one would you get? You would get the regular 12 if you had a choice. Wow. So if I order it, let's see. Do it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Plus, it'll get more for the channel. I'll probably get more views on the 12 OnePlus 12 content than the OnePlus 12R. Yep, that is very true. Only sacrifice from S24's AI and full water resistance. Very true. I don't use much of the AI features on my S24 Ultra, and water resistance is not that big of a deal for me. If I order by 5 p.m. oh shit, that's here in just a few days. Well, I know what I'm going to do after I end this live stream. I think I'm going to get the 12. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll get one of them, but we'll see. We will see. That's a phenomenal deal. Absolutely phenomenal deal. Very, very good. Cool. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to get into this. What is the I wonder what they rated that OnePlus 12 at on DxOM. Wow, that's surprising. Typically, the Xiaomi has a very, very good performing sensor. Yeah, they do. And you know, it's been the last phone, the last one. Okay, so look, I got a OnePlus 10 Pro from T-Mobile. And then, but before that, that was the last carrier phone I think I got. And then the last phone I've ordered from their website, I used to order from them all the time. Big OnePlus fan. The OnePlus 8T. You remember that with that green, that kind of emerald green? And the OnePlus 8 was one of my favorite phones of all time. I don't know why. The OnePlus 8 was so badass. Back in the day, it was badass. So where do we get these scores? Let's see where the OnePlus 12 landed. All right, DxO Mark. Let me exit out all this shit. Okay, let's see what the scores we get. And I'll get out of here after this. I'm not trying to waste too much of y'all's time, but I do appreciate you joining me. I'm going to check this out and then make me a purchase here. Let's see. Wow. The Huawei Pura 70. You know what? I was just thinking, that's why I've never heard of this phone, because they don't release them. They don't release them here. Huawei Pura 70 Ultra, Honor Magic 6, Huawei Mate 60, Oppo Find X7 Ultra. Damn, so you gotta go all the way down to number 6 to hit a recognizable phone. 15 Pro Max, 15 Pro, Google Pixel 8 Pro number 8. With a score of 153. Selfie, not that good. Yo, the audio quality on the Pixel, phenomenal. Phenomenal what they do with the while you're recording a video. The audio is so much more clear than any other phone that I have. I mean, it's a noticeable difference. So where's this OnePlus phone? Damn, the S24. I was just thinking that. Wait a second. Where's the S24 Ultra? They have it listed at number 22. OnePlus colors are usually exaggerated, but I prefer it since it has a nice but character to it. Saturated like Samsung saturated. That may not be that saturated. And I wonder how much the Hasselblad, because that's not the Hasselblad branding. Is that because look, when I had the OnePlus 10 Pro, as I mentioned, that had the Hasselblad cameras. Now I didn't have it for that long. I think I only had it for like a month, and I got rid of it. Is that hardware or software improvement? Is it on the software side? I think it's with the processing, correct? A nice bit. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so it's on the software side. Pixel 8a. Damn, they don't even list the OnePlus phone on here, do they? Can you search? Wow. I mean, look, not that it's not going to prevent me from like let's say DxO Mark has the OnePlus 12 at like number 99. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, and not order it. Wait, Am I missing something? Because the OnePlus 11's here at number 63. Did I skip it? Can I search? Brand. They don't even have the OnePlus 12 on here. Wow. Well, I mean, it's been out for what? You'd think they would have plenty of time to test it, rank it, and put it on the website. Again, just like benchmark scores, right? It's cool to reference, but it's not. I'm not gonna determine my purchase power or if I'm gonna buy it or not depending on some list, right? It's if I like it, right? And I think I will. Yeah, if you don't mind, if you could do that. Do you have my email? If you don't mind, whenever you probably like within the next hour or so, because I think I'm gonna probably make my mind up here within the next hour. If you could, I would appreciate it. It's Taylor at eSIM Studios. I think, yeah, you have my email. I think I had emailed you about the watch. Interesting. So, well, very interesting. You would think they would have it listed by now, but huh. OnePlus 13. Damn, that's a nice color. Did you say what color you got? I think you said you got black, right? Oh no, you said you got black 12 and blue 12R. And that green does look nice, but I don't. You gotta. I think there's an extra $100. You gotta. I'm not willing to pay $100 for a color, but huh. Poco. Man, it's too many phones. Too many phones. I like green. Just, you're right. And then maybe that one's off a little bit. I used to love the OnePlus 8T, that green, or their blue color with the R, because they always had a green or a blue color. That's what I used to always get. But the marble finish, not really my kind of taste. It's nice, yeah, just not my style, right? This Poco phone looks interesting, though. Interesting. Geekbench scores. A single core of 1949. Wait, what did it get on the... Holy shit. It got a... Check this out. What is this? The Pro or the normal one? This is the normal one. Wait a second. Poco F6 review. So that's right. So the F6, the cheaper one has the 8S Gen 3, and the Pro has the 8 Gen 2. That's right. So what are these scores they got out of here? Let me go back to my S24 Ultra and see. Geekbench, it's got to be right around there. History. Single core score 2199 on the Ultra, and then multi-core 6582. Okay. Yeah, so the 8 Gen 3 in the Ultra, or in any phone really, is a little bit faster than the 8S Gen 3, which is showing here on the can I highlight this? Showing here on the screen. single core just under 2,000, multi-core score just under 5,000, and that's with the 8S Gen 3. And my 8 Gen 3 got basically 2,200 single core, and then it got 6,500 multi-core. Yeah, see there, old 21 S21 Ultra scored 2172. Mine scored 2,200. So, okay, that's to be expected. I just forgot they put the brand new one, the 8S, in the cheaper version. Cool. Now that doesn't look that good, does it? Oh, I was also looking at some of the yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I actually reached out to them. I'm probably gonna wait another when is their pre-order deal up? I'm probably gonna wait, maybe it's like the last day their pre-order sales are finalized. I reached out to their marketing team to see if they could send me one, so I'm kind of waiting to hear back. I'd rather get it for free, obviously. But they're pretty cheap. Also asked to see if they could send me a tablet too. Whoa, what's going on here? What the hell? I'm trying to do this with a mouse. Oh, it's the same shit. Yeah, I mean, they're like decent. Nothing shocking or nothing that'll wow you, but what sensors? Oh yeah, I was looking too. The new Snapdragon PCs. I've kind of narrowed it down to two. The Acer, and then what was the other one? One a Dell. Shit, I can't remember. I was just looking at them last night. I know Acer was one of them. I think I'm gonna get me the new Snapdragon laptop. My HP ProBook I have here. Great computer, but battery shot already, and it's only 18 months old. I mean, I know that doesn't require a whole laptop purchase, but I think I'm gonna give this to my daughter, and I'll get one of the newer ones. But battery life, that's supposed to be the selling point of these new laptops with these new Snapdragon X Elites in them. Battery life it really bothers me in laptops. So it's a 300. So what is this? Yeah, damn, that's cheap. Damn it! You see this? They put a lot of bloatware on it. They're saying, who wrote this article? Android headlines. Their main gripe is the monumental amount of bloatware. I had to uninstall 20 apps. God dang. Wow. Huh. Whew, that's a lot of bloatware. You remember those days? Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. I'm gonna get off here. Shit, I probably need to get off here right now. I'll probably wrap it up right now. Check those photos out and then make a decision. So, and you're using it right now, right? The 12, and it's a go on both of them. You would be satisfied, right? I think that's what you said. I know I'll like either one. It's a hard decision. But yeah, we'll see if they can send me something. Nothing sent me the earbuds. And I think they shipped them, but I'm not sure. The A's, I need to go through that, check my emails. What else? I know that's what sucks. Every 2 months for the updates. Motorola's like that too, right? They're still like that. I haven't had a Moto phone in so long. I bet they are. I bet they are slippery. I bet they are. Yeah, I'll end it there. I'm gonna check those emails out. Oh yes, for everybody that won something on Friday, I'll get this stuff out to you, and it'll be on its way tomorrow because the post office closed today. So we'll get those out to y'all tomorrow. No problem there. And I am going to do some research online right now. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. I'll have more stories for y'all tomorrow. Today was probably a light day because not much in the news because I'm sure it's a holiday. But I can guarantee you we'll have a lot of stuff for y'all tomorrow. So probably around 4 p.m. tomorrow Central Standard Time, I'm assuming, right? And yeah, so please have a safe drive. If you're traveling, please be safe. Looks like a lot of the storms have passed, so weather should be decent, but enjoy the rest of the holiday, right? Be safe, and we will see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace out, guys. Daniel, I'll check out those photos right now. Yeah, thank you. Peace out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.